Premature ejaculation is a common issue that affects over 40% of men worldwide. In this video, I'm explaining 8 natural ways to beat this problem by yourself at home. For some men, one method will work, while for others, another method will be more effective. I recommend trying and combining all methods until you find the way to help yourself. Premature ejaculation is ejaculation before you or your partner want to. When it happens to you occasionally, it's just called rapid ejaculation and can be fixed as well. Premature ejaculation can have both psychological and biological causes. If you have this problem caused by a disease such as erectile dysfunction, prostate issues, hormonal problems, inflammation, infections, or something else, then the solution is obvious. You have to cure the disease, then you will get rapid ejaculation fixed. But often it happens like this. You are perfectly healthy, but cannot last long in bed. What to do in this case? Of course, you can use some pills, creams, special condoms, or even surgery to solve this problem. I explained all these methods in my previous videos, but now I will describe to you what you can do naturally by yourself to beat this problem forever. Number 1, first reason why you may experience premature ejaculation can be psychological factors. This includes stress, poor self-confidence, depression, unrealistic expectations about sexual performances, guilt, represented by perhaps sexual preferences, and relationship problems. Therefore, it is important to start by addressing anxiety and stress in this question. You can find a quiet place, free from distress, sit calmly, turn off your phone and all the messengers, and ask yourself 5 questions. Am I truly comfortable with my partner in bed? And am I comfortable with her or him in regular life outside the bedroom? Could I be experiencing suppressed concerns from within myself? And if so, could it be not just with this particular partner, but with other people in general? Or maybe just with this individual? Why do I experience these concerns and discomfort? Where does it come from? What is the worst thing that could happen if I can't last long in bed? What emotions does the sexual act evokes in me? If there is an anxiety on this matter, how much anxiety do I feel on the scale, and how would I rate this anxiety? One crucial point: allow yourself time to honestly answer these questions. Our masculine ego often guards everything related to sex. By honestly answering these questions, you may gain insight into what to do next, and perhaps your anxiety and concerns will be diminishing, allowing yourself to last longer in bed. If an honest answer to those questions will not help, then you can turn to psychologists and analyze the essence of the problems more deeply. Usually by resolving psychological blocks in sex, men often overcome the problems of premature ejaculation in general. Number 2 solution is to have more sex or more regular sex. The frequency of sexual activity can play a role in how quickly you get aroused and how well you can control yourself in bed. Imagine your body is like a well-tuned machine. The less you use it, the more sensitivity and quickly it may respond to when you do. So if you're only having sex a few times a month or even less, you may be more prone to premature ejaculation. This means you might not have as much control over things heating up in the bedroom. To address this, aim to increase the number of times you engage in the sexual activity. The optimal frequency for men's health is around 10 to 15 sexual acts per month. Now, this ensures that all your organs function well, making it easier for you to control yourself and your arousal. In simple terms, think of it like practicing. The more you practice, the better you get. Number 3, even if you practice a lot, increasing the frequency of sex may not help you if your pelvic floor muscles are very tense. There are 2 problems with the pelvic floor muscles. The first issue occurs when they are very weak, which can lead to erectile dysfunction. The second problem arises if they are too tense, especially if you are carrying stress in your pelvic floor muscles or performing those Kegel exercises incorrectly, not relaxing pelvic floor muscles after contracting them during the exercise. In such cases, it can result in premature ejaculation. So as you understand, performing pelvic floor exercise correctly is crucial. You need to learn how to properly contract and properly relax pelvic floor muscles. By the way, I have developed a comprehensive online course on how to effectively and safely do those pelvic floor exercises, as well as how to generally solve the problem with erectile dysfunction. To learn more, please see the link in the video description. In general, to learn how to relax muscles, you need to know how they contract and relax. First, I recommend to learn how to contract and relax your gluteal muscles and thighs, as they're easier to feel. In a standing or sitting position, try to contract your gluteal muscles, count on 5, and then relax them also on a count of 5. Do 5 sets of these and see how you feel. Number 4. In addition to relaxing pelvic floor muscles, breathing also plays an important role. I understand that during the sexual activity, you cannot always concentrate on your breathing, but if you can master a technique that I will give you now, the results will not be long in coming. Usually during sex, your breathing is very rapid and shallow. We breathe with the apexes, with the upper parts of our chest, and often consciously start to hold our breath, which leads to excessive tension, which comes out through the premature ejaculation. Even in everyday life, we have forgotten how to breathe correctly and evenly due to the stresses, very fast-paced of life, and quite honestly, tension. Now let's do a quick test and check how you breathe. Place your right hand on your chest and left hand on your abdomen, and take a deep breath in. If your left hand starts rising first when you inhale and your right hand partly moves, then congratulations, you are in the 20% of people who breathe correctly and evenly. On the other hand, if it was reversed, then guess what? You're not breathing correctly at all. At birth, all children breathe through the abdomen and the diaphragm, and this is the correct method. So to learn how to breathe this way, hold your hands, as I mentioned above, trying to focus on your abdomen during inhalation and exhalation. At first, this may be unusual, but over the time you will learn to do it without your hands in general and effortlessly. This will help you to better control your breathing and will be more relaxed during sex. You can also shift the emphasis not on inhalation, but to try to lengthen the exhalation, which will also help you to relax. One of the methods that I personally use is inhaling on the count of 4 and exhaling on the count of 8, and then holding your breath for a couple of seconds after exhalation. Try this. Number 5. To relax and last longer in bed, some men use the technique of pre-masturbation before sex. Now, I have to say it can be very effective, especially if the sex in your life occurs infrequently. However, you need to follow some rules when using this method. First and foremost, avoid masturbating while watching porn. Pornography, on the contrary, can induce the premature ejaculation and is actually associated with development of the erectile dysfunction in men who frequently watch porn. Another important thing when you're masturbating, do not try to finish too quickly, since you can train your body to quick orgasms, making it challenging to last long in real sex. Ensure the ejaculation at the end of the masturbation. That's also important. You can use masturbation as a method of self-control and understanding your body. When you bring yourself closer to climax, then stop, calm down using the breathing technique as we mentioned before, then bring yourself to climax again and stop again. This method is also called start and stop. It is an effective technique if you're trying to learn how to control the arousal and ejaculation itself. Number 6, you can use start and stop method with your partner. Just do me a favor, make sure you discuss it with your partner before you decide to practice this. Otherwise, it will be kind of weird. During the intercourse, you can pause, calm down a bit, and then continue. By the way, you probably noticed that there are some positions in which you can last significantly longer and others that make you come much faster. For example, if you're on top, this position puts a strain on your pelvic floor muscles, abs, arms, making you reach the finish line quite a bit faster. So when you start training, make sure that your pelvic floor muscles, your abs, your breathing as relaxed as possible. Use positions that involve these muscles the least extent. Number 7, in more advanced practices that you can use during the intercourse, I include a focus on exit. Well, usually when you have sexual intercourse, the emphasis is on the forward movement. When you start feeling that you are approaching the finish line, shift the focus on the back movement, making a stronger movement backwards, redirecting your attention to this. With this technique, you can actually extend the pleasure of having sexual intercourse with your partner without slowing down the pace and interrupting the process. Number 8, another reason for a premature ejaculation can be oversensitive glands. Basically, we're talking about the head of the penis. In this case, there's a method called gland toughening. It involves training your gland to become less sensitive. Don't worry, you wouldn't lose sensitivity or sensation or harm yourself. You still will feel the same pleasure, but you will be able to last longer. Here's the exercise. Gently pinch the head of the penis with 2 fingers and tap on the head of the penis from different directions for about 5 minutes. So pinching and tapping for about 5 minutes per day, continuously. Now, it's not going to happen right away, but after about a month or so, you will notice that your gland, the head of the penis, becomes less sensitive. It will still feel good, but the oversensitivity will decrease, allowing you better control over your arousal as well as ejaculation. Now, if all the methods I just gave you still did not help you, you can still go back and start using pills, creams, special condoms, or even surgery to solve this problem. In this video, I will explain all these methods. You can watch it now.